I just turned 22 and I have been single my whole life. I've never been in a long-term relationship, but lots of talking phases or little flings.
There you go.
I'd often fall in love with or get heartbroken over people who I never even dated. It's weird to have gone through life this long without experiencing what so many others have experienced so much younger, to the point where it's normal for them, but still almost like a fantasy for you. When I was younger, I always believed I'd find someone by age 18 or 19, and I'd be in a serious committed relationship by now, or at the very least would have been in one previous serious relationship by now. It's hard to stay positive and optimistic when you're getting older and older, and it's just becoming weirder and weirder that you've never had a long-term relationship. Friends and family just stop asking about it because they know what you're gonna say. You're still single. But the weirdest part about all of this, I'm not alone.
Gen Zers, they're having the least amount of sex.
Least amount of sex.
And why is that?
Lowest teen pregnancy of any generation.
More people than ever seem to be sitting on the sidelines, romantically speaking.
I'm not very good at relationships, so yeah, my sexual life is generally hookups.
The rise of the incel movement and young men reporting low sexual activity.
The average adult has gone from having sex 62 times a year to 54 times.
The share of men and women reporting no sex in the past year, that has gone up from 10% to 30%.
So I feel like no one is talking about how young men and women around the world are just slowly having less sex and less relationships. Like, isn't this some kind of crisis or epidemic or something? Because of social media, you know, it looks as if there's more and more people getting into relationships, and they're all getting into better relationships and having more sex than ever, but it's actually the other way around, which makes it way worse for us because it means we're not only having less sex and having less relationships than previous generations, but we're also simultaneously thinking that everyone else is having more sex and getting into more relationships, which makes us feel like even more of a loser, when in reality, everyone's losers. I know that I'm personally pretty scared of ending up alone and single forever, so for my 22nd birthday, I decided to embark on an adventure that would hopefully help me deal with this fear. For my birthday, I have come to McDonald's. I'm just gonna sit inside and eat by myself. This is very uncomfortable, honestly. As you can see, I ordered a lot. I guess the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm sitting in a McDonald's by myself for my 22nd birthday, is because I want to get very comfortable with the idea of being alone. Ironically, the more comfortable you are with being alone, the more likely you are to end up with someone, and the more likely you are to end up with the right person, because you don't fear rejection. If you're truly comfortable with being alone, you wouldn't feel rejection. You ask them out, and if they say no, fine, you're happy being alone. If they say yes, great, you can go on dates. And if you're truly happy being alone and they're not the right person, you're not going to stick with them anyway. This got me thinking about a book I read a while back by Mark Manson. No, not that book. This book. It's called Models, and it's basically about how to find a partner in a way that you can form a genuine deep connection with them. I wish that I had the physical book to show you, but I listened to the audiobook. Basically, the premise of the book is that if you've been single your whole life, like I have, then on some level you're probably needy. Needy meaning that you value the opinion of the girl or the guy, whatever type of partner you're after. You value their opinion of you more than you value your opinion of yourself. You're putting them on a pedestal. And the other person can feel that. It's a vibe everyone picks up on, and it's a major turn-off. This was a major breakthrough for me, so I thought I'd go out and give it a try.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Oh, good luck. This is an interesting place to meet.
Oh yeah, no, I bring all my bitches here, you know.
That's some red chocolate in it.
Oh yeah? I don't give a fuck what you think. I only care about me!
Great.
But here's the thing about valuing your opinion of yourself more than their opinion of you. It isn't just some move or trick from a sleazy pickup book. It has to be genuine. If you're trying to play a version of you that doesn't care what they think of you, then guess what? You're still valuing their opinion of you more than your own, because you're trying to play a version of yourself to win them over instead of just being yourself. Mark talks about this in the book as well, and how this kind of behavior is really just narcissism, and is really just neediness in disguise.
Now let's see who's really behind these bandages.
Neediness, what we need to achieve is non-neediness. This is the state in which we truly believe, deep in our hearts, that we do not need the approval of the other person, or anyone for that matter, where we are totally comfortable just being ourselves and being vulnerable around other people, where we aren't scared to share how we really feel, because if the other person doesn't reciprocate their feelings, that's fine. We still respect them, they're a sovereign individual, they're just not suited for us. And with 8 billion people in the world, chances are 99% of those people aren't going to be a good fit. And of the remaining 1%, the remaining 80 million people who are a potential good fit, you probably aren't going to agree on everything with them anyway. This is why it's so important to date and ask out as many people as possible. The first 1,000 people you ask out could say no, or you could even date them and find out they're not a good fit. All you need to do is find one person who is a good fit for you. And if you're finding it hard to get motivated to do any of this stuff, then stop spending so much time on social media and so much time choking your chicken. That's what's caused this worldwide rise in loneliness anyway. Fill up all that normally wasted time with something interesting. For us guys especially, it's so important that we're someone of some kind of value. Now, the most important part about everything that I just talked about is being genuinely okay with being single forever. I think I really am coming to terms with the possibility that I probably won't ever have that magical moment where I see the love of my life from across the bar, and that's okay. Eventually, I do think I will find someone who I just vibe with, but in the meantime, all I can do is try and enjoy life as much as possible and just make sure that I'm someone I'm proud of. So to help ensure that, I've got an accountability partner. Her name is Mia. She lives in Dubai. We get on Zoom every day and just make sure that we're following through on all of our goals. She's really helped me become a better person, and it's been a lot of fun talking with her. In fact, I've got a call with her literally right now.
I'm back in Liverpool and everything seems the same, but I worked something out last night that changed this little boy's brain. A small piece of advice that took 22 years in the make, and I will break it for you now.